What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol SPRT for support.com. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. This, of course, will be more of an update. We've followed this one semi-regularly on the channel, and the update that I want to give here is the fact that Friday's candle is starting to show some signs of indecision, right? We have a very small body. It's basically a doji, where the open and close are nearly the same. We still do have a larger upper wick than lower wick, but it's not a solid red-bodied candle, right? So we have to start thinking here, okay, are the buyers starting to step back in just before the gap fill area? Now, ideally, the gap does fill all the way from a structural perspective down to 1978, but we're not going to argue with the price action if it doesn't come in and, it misses by a couple of cents. So shifting the focus over to the 30-minute intraday time frame chart, let's first go through the exercise of extending our sort of resistance trend line. We'll extend it to the right, and we'll notice that it's starting to break sideways through time, right? And that's actually a good thing for seeing some bottoming action. Basically, all it's telling us is that the selling is not as aggressive as it was back here, keeping us underneath the resistance trend line, right? So as we break that sideways through time, we're really starting to do exactly that, right? We're starting to form a little bit of a floor, go more sideways as opposed to just down, down, down. So that's the first thing, that we broke the resistance trend line, right? So we'll get rid of that. It's no longer really in play. And then we'll take a look a little bit more in depth at the price action that actually unfolded on Friday's session. So we'll zoom this in a little bit so you can see better. And what I wanted to illustrate again is look at the large green candle on the open at 9:30. Basically, there was a buy reaction as we came into the gap fill area. Now from there, don't get me wrong, the sellers did take that attempt to try to push it lower, but into the afternoon, the buyers fought back. So all I'm getting at here is sort of the shift in sentiment from just purely sell, 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 sort of get out of the way if you're a buyer, to now the buyers are starting to put up more of a fight and the sellers are starting to lose that fight, or they're not winning as strongly as they were in the past. So obviously we still need to wait for confirmation, but if we start to take out this area in here, and that number is going to be roughly around 2350, I believe. So just looking at some of these highs, okay, just below that, so 2330 give or take, then start to say, okay, we're going to start looking for long positions to see if we can get a second move higher into some of the targets which we've outlined in prior videos. And as we know, you can just look at them from the screen here. The main or sort of ultimate target to the upside would be the breakout up and over 2930 or 2927 just about to fill the gap up towards 3066. This is just the general target area, right? On any sort of bounce like this, boom, that's the first place where I would start to say, okay, I don't want to overstay my welcome to the long side, but, we come into here, start trimming the position, ask yourself the questions, are the buyers still in control? Does it look like sellers could turn it here? So on and so forth. And then the next one, you would just walk them up and up, right? So that's how you're going to trade that. But again, the majority of today's update is simply the fact that the price action here is starting to even out as opposed to just being so dominated by the sellers. And I wanted to bring that to your attention. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.